We're here with the acting head coach of the MIT swimming and diving teams, Coach Karin Brown, getting ready for the upcoming NCAA Division III championships. Obviously, an exciting time. Hard to believe a few weeks ago the teams were able to capture consecutive NUMAC championship crowns, both for the men and the women's. And now it's been a couple of weeks. Preparations obviously are kind of in the final stages here, and it's got to be exciting for the team that's getting ready to head down to Texas next week.
Yeah, we had a fantastic meet a couple weeks ago at the NUMAC Championships, and it was, we had great performances across the board, and we're really looking forward to continuing that momentum from a great regular dual meet season through our NUMAC Championships, continuing that momentum towards the national championships, and really trying to represent MIT on that scale and come away with some big time performances. Their focus meet since December has really been the national championships, and so for them it was great to see them step up and have great performances at the NUMAC championships. But again, it's all been about the process leading up to the national championships for them. For the people who were fully rested for the NUMAC championships and then kind of are looking forward to that re-rest for nationals, it's a challenge a little bit in terms of the timeline, but everybody's pretty excited to get down there and to go to the national championships. So the motivation kind of takes care of itself. It's a lot of fun. We've got a smaller group right now, but we've got the support of the whole team. And so, you do a little bit of work, and now we're just kind of ready to go and excited to get down there.
Let's talk about the expectations. First off, let's start with the men's team. What are some of the things that you're looking for? Again, as you mentioned, it is a smaller group, so it's not the entire team that is going down there, but still it's a good chunk of the team that will be representing the engineers in Houston. But from the first off, kind of going with the men's team, what are some of the expectations you have for those swimmers and that will be competing?
We have 13 men heading down to Texas. We had a team of 30 this year, so we're still a team of 30 moving forward, but 13 of us will be representing the engineers down in Texas, which will be really great. There's a lot of personal goals that come in a sport like swimming. Obviously, people want to have best times. People want to break personal records. People want to break team records. And then there's team goals. It's a lot of fun to be a top 4 team in the country and get up there on the podium. So, we've got some very strong relays. They're excited to, make a run for some titles. And we've got a lot of individuals who are hoping to make it back and swim in those All-American heats and really, vie for that individual award as well. But I think everybody, feels the support of the whole men's team and the combined program. And people are realistic that if we're down there and we're having fun and the hard work's done and the rest will take care of itself.
Switch gears to the women's side too. Just kind of similar question, expectations you have for them. What would you kind of, I know it might sound, might be similar expectations, but what are you expecting out of the women's team when they head down there too?
Sure. So, I think across the board we have arguably the best women's program that this school's ever had. We've had an amazing regular season collection of dual meets, had some amazing results early on. Obviously, we had a very strong NUMAC meet. We're sending 10 women down to Texas out of a team of 26. And so, again, we have that full support of all of the women. But those 10 women are really going to represent us on the highest level. Our highest team finish leading up to this has been 8th. And so, there's a goal to have the highest team finish in program history. And then there's a goal to have some really competitive relays and some really competitive individual swims. And I think you can look at the psych sheets and see a lot of room for improvement. We've got a lot of performances coming our way, and I think that the women really want to make a statement about what MIT women's swimming is all about and go down as the best women's program in school history. So,
can you just kind of talk about what it means to know that, hey, this is always in the sight when you start a season, and now you're here and you got to just kind of finish off what you started?
Sure. At this point, the work is done. We've done physiologically everything we need to do to be prepared for this meet. We've practiced all the relay exchanges and starts and turns, and we've made technical changes. And so, physically we're ready to go, and mentally it's just about, reminding ourselves that this is the end and that this is the capstone meet of the season. And we go to a meet like nationals, and we're the 5th largest program there. in terms of the number of qualifiers there this year, and a lot of people look to MIT and want to know what we're doing and how these swimmers and divers perform as well as they do. And so it's fun to kind of be one of the big teams there and to really enjoy that experience and make MIT proud and represent not just our team and our extended team, the team back here on campus, but the whole athletics department in a really positive way. And so again, the work is done. It's at this point, it's just about having fun and racing hard and doing what these swimmers know how to do best, which is to get up behind the blocks and empty their tanks and see what comes out. And usually that's it's a good thing. So.